Welcome everyone to September 16th, a few days after the full moon, the full harvest moon, perfectly in alignment with today's dream of wholeness. And if you got to see Henry's beautiful graphic, this beautiful being sitting tall with that beautiful energy of wholeness behind it. So we welcome you into this call, our Monday morning Good of the Whole Global Heart Resonance call, where we come together in full recognition of this oasis of love that is calling us home. Take a breath with that. Take a collective breath with that sense of belonging, that sense of unified actioning happening within our cellular structure. My name is Shelley Darling, for those of you who are new, and just feel honored to have this opportunity to deepen what came to me this morning was this core of wellness, this core of our being, this sense of wellness and wholeness. So just taking a breath and feeling this sense of reciprocity that lies deep within the soul of our being. And in this collective here this morning, people gathering from all over to feel that sense of nourishment. And as you're breathing, it's really beautiful. It just started raining here. It's been 90 degrees in wherever I am, Nevada City, right around Nevada City, Penn Valley, California. And feel that sense of trickling light, illuminating and captivating every cell of your being, which is 99% water molecules. And allow yourself to soften and drop into this presence, this loving presence that connects us all. There is only one water molecule. And we are that. We are those containers. The container of love. And we come here to play in this unified field together this morning. We're taking another breath and coming back into this full presence of the field here as each one of us, beautiful tapestry of love, comes together as whole beings in service of a greater whole. Just take that in for a moment. We come together as whole beings in service to a unified whole. And that's really this field that we're building here each and every Monday. And as Henry brought forward today, within this dream of wholeness, we come together. So the invitation in coming here is to allow this expression of wholeness, allow this embodied expression of wholeness to create a widening of the field of who we be. And we do that in a couple of ways. I'm going to share just these couple of guidelines, and then I'm going to just pass it over to Henry, who's going to bring forth this beautiful resonant reflection, this sense of resounding love. Oh wow, the rain just got louder here. So continue that breath. And we invite you into the circle to really be the voice of wholeness, the voice of living presence in the moment, letting go of your identity, letting go of others' identities, that we just see this spectacular love light voice of compassion here coming forward. And we invite and honor you to share your expression 1 to 2 minutes as a circle, as a spiral, see the spiral unfolding. It's exactly what it is. However, Marx Hubbard called it the evolution of consciousness, this spiral, this wheel, expansion. And honoring each and every person by taking a breath or a pause in between each person speaking. If you notice that you get excited and you start speeding up, the invitation is just to sit deeper in your body and allow this expression to, the only word that comes to me this morning is illuminate your sense of being, this sense of wholeness, allowing this dream of wholeness to expand. So less about telling a story, but simply listening for that voice, that resonance, that voice of resonance to come through that connects us all in just magical and in a mystical way. So from that place, as we as humane becomings come forth, I pass this beautiful, what shall we pass? Well, today, this will pass this beautiful stone being forward, the stone of love, to Henry, who will open our call. So thank you so much for coming and playing in this field with us. I'm complete. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I invite you to put your hand on your heart, connecting with the dream within you, the dream of wholeness. Dreaming is living. Dreaming is living. Living is dreaming. Dreamers are the more pragmatic people. Dreaming is creating. That's a quote from Formica Coriandolo, a workshop I attended on dreams. So we are each dreamers. You can see it in our eyes, feel it in our heart resonance. A dream is not something way out there in fantasy land. Rather, it's something at the very core of our beings. We have come to the global heart resonance circle and good of the whole drawn together by dreams. The dream for a better way, the dream for a new story, for our lives and our world. We drink here from the well of resonance. We drink from the well of wholeness. We are the dreamers. We are the dream. We are the dreaming. Wholeness is not a destination. It is a journey. Each moment is an opportunity to tap into and connect with the place of wholeness inherent and innate within us. And we tap into this place in and through love. The dream of wholeness is within us, seeking to know itself in honoring and reverence for all beings and all of life. The dream of wholeness is about embracing and being embraced for who we truly are in our fullness, in our potential and possibilities, and having opportunities to support and support and resources to help realize that. So we are not just co-mentors, we need to be as well more co-empowerers. To connect with the greater potential, the greater wholeness within each of us. So how do we teach for wholeness? How do we impart to our children and to the children of the world wholeness? How do we make it practical? So now I place the talking flame of Namaste, honoring the wholeness, honoring the dream within each of us. I invite your sharings.
Good morning, all. This is Kate in South Dakota, and I feel inclined to pick up the flame of wholeness. My dance leggings have that flame on the side. As we spoke of being just one drop, I'm in the middle of reading this book. It's called Braiding Sweetgrass. And in this particular segment of the book, the woman was out in the rainstorm observing how the water droplets, she said a drop of water, it's all the same, right? But no, she observed how it hit on the different types of leaves, and then how based on the leaf structure, it would fall differently. And then based on maybe the tannins or the properties, it was just fascinating to hear her observe the dropping of the water from the hemlock leaf, from the cedar bark, just as it would drop into the leaves that were she has such a way of describing the natural world that occurs before us, and then so eloquently philosophizes about how this natural world can show us how to come together now in this new dream as we're collectively dreaming this universe awake. And I just feel like I'm in the middle of this amazing dream, and then I know we're living this dream, and so I'm honored for that. And I'm going to return the flame of wholeness to the center.
Hello, beloveds. This is Cassandra. It is because we have this sacred agreement to drop into the richness of this field, that it informs us of our wholeness in degrees that we may not have thought of before. I am amazed every time that I participate here. I walk away knowing that something within me has responded to you. And that makes me feel more complete, because each of us brings a part of the story to the whole. And regardless of what the outer world may be reflecting for us about our wholeness, it can never be what we experience in a group like this. We are the wholeness, expressing life's wisdom and sharing that with one another. How can it get any better than this? I just don't know. Much love and appreciation to each of you.
Good morning, all. Nahid from Bordeaux. Feeling being in the depth of silence and no words. But what the field is offering, I am experiencing the response of my body. Unexpectedly expressing itself with sounds and with energy moving in deep belly, a kind of pumping. I don't understand. Some tears, and it tells me that this is the place that I belong. So I am feeling that this is really the full embracement of it can be my creation, my wholeness. That's what I'm experiencing. And the question that how do we teach this, or how do we make it practical? I didn't have an answer for that, but what is present now is just opening up fully and embracing every aspect of ourselves, knowing that is the dream that I have dreamed and I'm experiencing it now, then I am open to receive everybody's whole creation and 100% engage in that dance. I am feeling lots of heat, fire, fire. I am complete.
Good morning, everyone. John in Boulder. Henry, thank you so much for bringing us into our space. As always, impeccable. You know, it's like I don't know much about our new communication through the internet. I really don't, but there's this thing called streaming, and I guess streaming, they call it live streaming, and then I reflect on the dream. What is our dream? Well, I believe all the ways that we dream, at the core, I think we're dreaming about unification with the whole. However we do that, however we represent that. And it reminds me of that movie, The Matrix, where we see all the zeros and the ones floating down all the time. It's the information. Sorry. It's the information coming through. It is the dream itself that is always present and equal in all its representation for every being. And then we have these incredible 5 senses that we've been graced with that can take that information of the dream as it comes through and make it our own. And as we open our hearts and our minds to this information that's coming through, the dream takes on certain aspects for ourselves. And as we open our hearts, it allows us to share that dream, the dream, with everyone around us and be informed and inform. And from that perspective, I've been experiencing a lot of sadness because of a grieving a death, but that's information as well. That is part of the dream. There is sadness in the dream. There is joy in the dream. There is everything that we can experience. With an open heart, we hold the whole of the dream and then I have compassion for everyone else's, how they're holding the dream. And then the love is there. And I certainly feel that in our group, and I could go on, but I'm complete. Thank you.
This is Sharon in New Jersey. And when you shared the flame of wholeness, I think, I looked around on my desk and saw this card, which looks like the flame to me too. And so I just glanced in the card to remember where I'd gotten it. And it says, "Thank you for supporting me and making my dream come true." And it was from the daughter of an old friend of our family's who was a lawyer and then turned into a coach. She didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. She became a coach. And she was inspired to write a book called Where is Truth? Mama, Where is the Truth? For children. And did a GoFundMe, and I contributed, and thus I have this beautiful card. So co-mentoring, I mean, it just kind of spoke to all of those themes of co-empowering, I think you said earlier, each other, co-mentoring, co-empowering. And so I helped her to actualize that dream. I now have a copy of the book for my grandson when he gets a little bit older. So just wanted to bring that in and just acknowledge the power, the value of our coming together like this. For me too, it's such a place of being home. It's satsang in the truest sense of the word, sharing in a spiritual community, and sharing the highest, sharing from
Good morning, everyone. This is June from California. And I'm sitting here listening to all of you and looking out of my window. There's a gentle rain coming down, and everything is soft and quiet, and it's matching the place I'm in today. My daughter is being operated on later this afternoon for a mass in her abdomen. So the whole family, speaking of whole, is just holding her and finding ways to support each other and her, where everyone can offer whatever it is that they are contributing to her healing and to her, just to her beauty of who she is. And so the term wholeness is huge for me today. Looking at the wholeness of her life, the wholeness of our family's life, at the wholeness of love that she's given to the world all of her life, and to the wholeness where I can receive love and support from all of you. So thank you. I'm complete.
So I'm just going to come in for a moment and invite the pause to be a little bit longer, if you're willing. So tracking the field, tracking the sensibility of the field of belonging is also we're tracking the energy. And so just to take an extra moment or two to breathe and allow this information field to focalize where it needs to, sending our light, our love. In the stream of wholeness, in the stream of sanctified sacredness. The sensibility of the field is that it undulates. It's always moving. It's always flowing, and in the sense of a healthy whole system, we thrive. Thank you for taking the few moments, and I'm complete.
We are receiving with an open heart. Whatever energy flows into that heart to be felt, processed, like on the in-breath, receiving the energy in, and on the exhale, sending out this energy into the field. And it is that undulating experience of giving and receiving, and then sharing. And when in this wholeness of this connection of our heart threads, makes this dream of wholeness become more real. We are complete.
This is Henry. So in the preparation for this, the dream of wholeness, and more right this minute, I'm being shown or seeing myself in a new expanded identification as a dreamer, which I hadn't really kind of put it in those terms before. And at the same time, I'm seeing each person here as a dreamer, kind of a little bit new, or maybe another archetype that we can embrace or open to. So I just wanted to kind of open to that, and dreaming in the sense of the words of the quotation of in the pragmatic way, in the way that dream helps us to embody, that helps us to impart all of the streams of what we are seeking to co-create in all the different sectors of the wheel on our planet. So seeing myself and ourselves as dreamers. And I'm complete.
This is Dina in Oregon. We are water creating itself. Water carries our collective memory and streams it to us upon our attention and vibrational draw. Just feeling that so much right now in our wholeness. I'm complete.
Ooh. Okay. Continuing the weaving of this beautiful theme. Is there any separation ever? Because it's so interesting having a background of the wheel of co-creation, and I'm looking outside and just pulling on this thread of water, and seeing it rain here for the first time in a long time, and the water seeping into the land and into the pool and into the rocks even. And I feel it as a cycle. It cycles, it spirals, it is that toroidal field. Each cell, each water droplet is that toroidal field in its state of becoming. And I feel like in this moment, I'm just feeling just sparkling joy, because we're here to hold the stream. Yes, we're co-mentoring. Yes, we're empowering. We're becoming. We're in the state of becoming the dream itself in its fullest expression, so that it can expand the resonant field within us, within the planet, within Gaia. And then those actions that happen, that movement, which is within itself, it happens in a way that nourishes all. Drinking, I'm just, the well of resonance that was brought up. We are that. We're just becoming more aware of that. Yes, we are the dreamers. something I've always known, but to articulate that is another whole thing. And then to move from, I know this morning I woke up and I was really having a challenging time with so much information coming in. And what was coming and what still is coming here is this presencing of, deliberate intentioning, bringing the attention to this opening of the heart, or this sensation of this core frequency that imbibes this state of wellness, a state of calm, the state of creativity. It's all held within the seed. Or as Grandmother Abriel Mondragon says, it's the dreaming of creation, the seed germination, or the water droplet. Is there any difference? So it's really a magnificent experience in this moment to allow this state of presencing to inform and have the opportunity to express what's moving as water through our consciousness, and experience this sense of heightened awareness and joy. And that's, I guess, the piece that was really wanting to come in, this sense of joy, that even within all the upset or people feeling levels of scarcity or dominion, or even the sadness of being held in a state of being trapped in a prison, or not having that sensibility of freedom, right? The droplet comes from the rain, from the clouds, and moves. It's always constantly moving, and we're becoming aware of our impact on nature itself, within our bodies, within each other. And I think this is a really beautiful thing. It's why I feel that we come here to strengthen that sense of wholeness, so that we can express it out to others, to hold them, just as we're holding June's daughter this morning in particularly. So I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude and tons of gratitude for having the space to simply just be here in this state of belonging, in this state of the dreamer in its dreaming. So thank you so much. We are whole and complete.
This is Oriana.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Oriana.
Oh, go ahead, Don. I'll wait. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Yeah, this is Don Pett, and for those on the telephone particularly who can't see on the pictures. Just to pick up on a couple of threads, when Katie said the importance of the drop, a drop of water, that we really, we're evolutionaries. I think all of us are evolutionaries on this phone. We've all learned a lot from Barbara Marx Hubbard. And we see that we've been evolving through love. When the first cell was created, it created more cells by dividing to create its exact self. So we developed egotistical love, self-love. It was perfectly appropriate to love yourself. In fact, it's essential that we love ourselves. And then when we began to diversify as part of our evolutionary process, we developed families, we developed offsprings, and then we developed familial love, parental love, another kind of love. And then in the course of growing into larger diversity, and multiplying more, we developed tribes. We developed families of families, and they became tribes, and we developed tribal love, another kind of love. And then we developed because we were so complex, we had to separate our identities So we developed male and female, or masculine and feminine energy. And the males usually got muscles and they got many seed to create, which was power. And women got breast and the ability to create life and to reproduce life. So they received the wisdom of unconditional love. Quite different. Males and females became different, but we were together, and unfortunately, we become apart. But the point I'm making is that we've grown through these different kinds of love, and the next level of love, as we become universal, would be universal love. And then one of the terms that Barbara introduced to us was universal uh, universal love, uh, unconditional universal love. We go to the next higher level from the first levels of love. Now we inherit the first forms of love, but unconditional love, I think we can learn. And the highest form of love, I would say, is forgiveness. Forgiveness when you're able to give away love to those who've done some harm. So we have these new words, new levels of words, and we have a new word for our, we've also evolved. Barbara also introduced the term supra-sex. What did she mean? She wasn't super sex, it was supra-sex. So we started in life with genitals between our hips to reproduce. And then we moved up through our heart, we moved up to a higher level to our heart. And now we're moving up to a higher level to our brain, which we've unfortunately called our cerebral cortex, which only describes its anatomy. It covers the older brain. But a better name would be the genie organ. You see, if you know the story of Aladdin's lamp, what does the genie do in Aladdin's lamp? If we free it from the bottle, if we free it from our old past, and we develop some newness, we develop this higher form of love, the genie can solve puzzles. That's what our brain does. And not only can it solve puzzles, but it can grant us wishes. And what are our wishes? Our wishes are we would like to be more whole and to be together, which we are doing in this group. But that's an amazing thing that everybody's mentioning. We're going from the dream, and what we've done when we've gone higher, we've developed imagination. So Einstein told us that the highest event in history was that we can imagine. So I just bring you these ideas that we're moving to a higher level. And I also would just like to conclude by saying that the group that I've created and I'm participating in has had a discussion with the director of education for Zoom technology. This process that we're on is a wonderful new technology that allows us to come together. Everybody's mentioned the importance of our ability to come together rather than be individuals and separated. This is a technology where we can come together. And I just want to share with you that the director of Zoom technology was rather impressed with the idea that we are creating a higher form of love and a way to teach that. We're ready to teach that. And he offered our group multiple links of Zoom free, the pro level of Zoom, so that we could offer these links to other people free. So if there are individuals who want to start groups and have groups, the way we have to create love and peace around the world, we have to have multiple groups like this where people come together. I think that's one of the things that actually wasn't Barbara also saying to us that the power will be in small groups, groups that can come together, and then eventually to have a peace center where people have the ability to regulate these groups. So I just offer that as an idea and introduce that we need new words, new language. And if we only have one word for love, then that's not enough. We have to realize we have to get to the highest form of love. So thank you. And thank you for Shelley for introducing the term humane becomings. We are born Homo sapiens sapiens, the basically the higher level animal that has the power of knowledge, but we are trying to become can become humane becomings, Homo amore universalis, which were Barbara's last, I think, identity, her words. We want to become humane becomings, moral, spiritual beings. So thank you for allowing me to share that.
I want to invite those people that haven't had a chance to speak to have that opportunity. And the rest of us just holding the field, being the banks of being the banks of that river. I love using that. It's so easy to understand. So we can deepen into the expression of the stream together, allowing others to share. So thank you.
This is Oriana in Tucson, Arizona. And following the forgiveness being the highest form of love, what I heard clearly as he was speaking is, love is forgiving. Love is for giving. And the plasma. The universe is made of 99% plasma. Plasma is like the river that flows as excited electrons that jump around, not attached to any one proton, not making atoms, just flowing in this highly electrically charged state of currency. The current that carries this love, forgiving. And then it finds a little speck of dust, little speck of stardust. Yeah. And what does it do? It forms vapor. And coagulates into clouds. And then one gets brave enough to say, whoa, what would it feel to form a drop? What if we get together and form molecules of water, and molecules forming a drop, and the drop, let's all take a sploosh. Yeah. Whoa, and what if that living water is what evolves to form life on a little speck of stardust, so that life is living water that is flowing through the universe as one, carrying highly charged, energetic, excited, electrically currency, the current of love for giving.
Deborah here, also in Tucson, Arizona now. Plasma. I just completed the long dance, dancing all night outside, and was plasma. And am living the dream, living my dream, living our dream, my portion of wholeness, of the dream, and have great gratitude to be here. I am complete.
Good morning, everyone. This is Karen in Costa Rica. I just wanted to thank you all for the call, for being here, and the opportunity to be here with you all. It's just a blessing. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Don't have very many words here. Just taking a moment for that breath of gratitude for all these jumping little electrons that come together in a choir of yum that resounds and echoes, really the definition of resonance, the resounding echo of this expression of love as it moves through us and connects, touches another and another and another and another till it surrounds the planet. So with that, I invite you all to take yourselves off mute and with such joy and loving presence, unconditionally loving presence, spreading this flame of love, this dream of dreamers out to all. Thank you so much, Henry, for bringing this resonant reflection forward. And each and every week, come join us, because this is the experience of wholeness expressing itself. So with that, yum.
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 Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum.